Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A warning for parents tonight from the DEA about a deadly drug with a new twist aimed at attracting younger users.
But first, the investigation into a serial peeping Tom is expanding, and tonight we're learning new information about where people may have been unknowingly recorded. Police are looking for more people now to come forward as this investigation just seems to keep widening.
The man at the center of it all, arrested recently just months after doing the time for the same crimes.
And tonight we're hearing from one of his victims, Sean Lay, live with why police believe there are others out there. Sean.
Because we're now learning how and where these cameras, as small as a chapstick, were placed in businesses all over Ann Arbor. Police are telling us they were hidden under sinks in business bathrooms where the public went and could access. Thousands of videos were made. And tonight, Ann Arbor police reaching out to us to help you if you think you've been victimized by one of these cameras on how to report to them if you think you're a victim.
The whole thing was incredibly traumatic for me.
Talisa Garcia's nightmare will not end. She's a victim of Eric Deshaun Morton, convicted of hiding a camera in her mother's bathroom and videotaping her. He did 6 years in prison for also hiding cameras in bathrooms all over Ann Arbor, taping thousands of adults and kids. Then Garcia got a Department of Corrections letter saying Morton was being released.
They decided to grant him parole. And I knew that was going to be a huge mistake, because this is a person, in my opinion, who has not learned.
That very day, Ann Arbor police tell us they believe Morton began hiding cameras in public restrooms all over Ann Arbor for a second time. Here's the list of where cameras have been found so far.
And now we know how. Police say they found pen cameras hidden under sinks in bathrooms, people being recorded, thousands of videos made, many sent to the internet. The timeline here, the videos were made from January 27th to July 22nd when he was finally busted.
Talisa then saw our report that Eric Morton is again accused of victimizing hundreds, if not thousands, for a second time.
It is my prayer that the justice system this time gets it right and they sentence him accordingly. It is my prayer that he serves the time that he needs and that they get him off the street for good.
After our initial report on this, breaking this story at 6 yesterday, Ann Arbor police, they've been swamped by people calling in, wanting to know if they're a victim, trying to connect with a detective. A new link established by Ann Arbor police tonight. It says if you believe you may be a victim of hidden cameras that have been placed at the below locations in the city of Ann Arbor, please complete this form. They're asking you to attach a clear image of your face and head from the mid-torso up. Very serious investigation. The list of businesses is there. You'll find this link and the list of businesses on our website. Click on Detroit.com. This is just the start of an evolving investigation. Devin, Kimberly.
Just unreal. All right, Sean.
What is the latest twist on the deadliest drug threat in America? And it only took days for rainbow fentanyl to appear in Michigan after the DEA warned that it was coming. Investigators say the drugs are being sold in pills, powder, and blocks that look like sidewalk chalk. The DEA says it's a new method used to target children and teens. Megan Woods is live with what parents need to know. Megan, good evening.
Good evening. So the local DEA office is saying they've already seized some of it here in southeast Michigan, and their concern is that this trend is making dangerous pills look like this candy. These are sweet tarts, and adults may be able to tell the difference between this and rainbow fentanyl, but what about children?
This 1 gram, and we pour it out and say that if this were fentanyl, this amount of fentanyl is enough to kill 500 people.
Fentanyl is a synthetic opioid that the DEA says is 50 times more potent than heroin. Then there's rainbow fentanyl.
It's a deliberate effort by drug traffickers to drive addiction amongst kids and young adults.
For organizations like the Youth Connection in Detroit that focuses on substance use prevention, the colorful powder and pills are a nightmare.
When I get rainbow fentanyl that looks like sidewalk chalk or looks like candy, what's the first thing a baby does? you know, pick up anything, where's it go? Boom, right to the mouth.
The DEA Detroit field office says since August 2022, rainbow fentanyl has been seized in 21 states, including here in Michigan. They want to warn parents, but also encourage them to talk to their children.
This is all demographics, socioeconomics, geography. You know, this is all of our problems, and we should be working on a solution. And I think the education is a part of that solution.
The Youth Connection says, according to data, that serious conversation may need to happen sooner than you think.
What we found was kids as young as 9 years old are being exposed to drugs.
The DEA suggests when you have this conversation with your children to keep it easy but informative. Make sure they know how dangerous something like this really is. In the Youth Connection, they have Narcan training for children as young as 14 years old because, again, they know how young these children are being exposed to something like this, but they hope that they can save a life. Live in Detroit, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
Yeah, and such a small amount of the drug can be so deadly to so many people. Megan, we appreciate it.
Nice finish to a nice week, and now, of course, looking ahead to the weekend.
Which, of course, means Kim Adams is probably tracking the chance for some showers.
How it goes.
You know, that's just how it goes for our weekends, but most of this weekend will be dry. We do have that chance for a couple of isolated showers, but nothing to cancel your plans over. It's a little warmer tonight than it was last night. 72 in downtown Detroit, 67 in Ann Arbor, still in the upper 60s to near 70 in Pontiac, 68 in Mount Clemens. As we look off to the west, we do have a change headed our way. You take a look at Marquette and Duluth, both in the upper 50s. It's a little cooler to the west, still hanging on to the mid to upper 60s in Grand Rapids and in Saginaw. Our temperature trend over the next 7 days is like a ride at Cedar Point. It's up, it's down, it's back up again. 83 tomorrow, but by the early part of next week, we're down into the 70s, below normal, and then back up above normal to round out the week. For the daytime tomorrow, we have put in just a slight chance of a shower in the afternoon. Most of the day will be dry, but it is something that you'll want to kind of keep an eye on, and we'll track it for you here as well. By 8 o'clock tomorrow night, 78 degrees. We'll have more on your weekend forecast and the forecast for next week as well coming up here in just a few minutes.
Kim, thank you. A man wanted on a felony warrant for allegedly sexually assaulting a 9-year-old little boy is in custody tonight. The U.S. Marshals say today they arrested 28-year-old Christopher Mickens in Milan. The Washtenaw County Prosecutor's Office authorized the warrant for the alleged sexual assault, which happened back in April while Mickens volunteered as a mentor with the Big Brothers and Big Sisters of America. He's behind bars in the Washtenaw County Jail.
When Michigan voters head to the polls in November, they will be voting on an abortion rights proposal. Today, the state election board placed the constitutional amendment on the ballot. That comes a day after the order from the state Supreme Court to do just that. The board had deadlocked last week, Republican members siding with opponents who said the petition had improper spacing between certain words. Michigan Supreme Court Chief Justice said the words were legible and in the correct order. The board voted 4-0 to add it to the ballot.
Meanwhile, the election board also voted today to put a voting rights initiative on the November ballot. The measure would require state-funded absentee ballot drop boxes, 9 days of in-person early voting, and much more. The board also initially deadlocked on this proposal, but after yesterday's order from the state Supreme Court, all 4 board members agreed to put it on the ballot.
Students at Eastern Michigan University aren't sure if a teacher will be there when they go to class, especially now that a judge refused to force professors back to work. And here's why. Those teachers are on the picket lines, striking since Wednesday over salary and health insurance concerns. The university asked a judge to end the strike, but that request was denied.
We are ecstatic. We were pretty down yesterday because we've been fighting so hard. It kind of gave us a new life. We're saying, hey, people are hearing us, that we have a reason for doing this. We don't want to be out here.
Well, we're disappointed. We know our students are being impacted, and they're being impacted significantly. We hear from them. They are contacting us regularly, telling us, settle this thing. We need to be back in the classroom. We want our education to continue. And they want to be back in the classroom, and we want them back in the classroom.
Some students joined teachers on the picket lines today. For now, the strike continues, as do negotiations. The judge set a hearing for next week to decide whether then to order teachers back to the classroom. Britain remains in mourning following the death of Queen Elizabeth, but today the people living there heard from their new monarch.
Yeah, King Charles III gave his first speech in his new role, promising to follow in his mother's footsteps. He called the Queen an inspiration.
I speak to you today with feelings of profound sorrow. Throughout her life, Her Majesty the Queen, my beloved mother, was an inspiration, an example to me and to all my family.
Before speaking, the king greeted people who came to pay their respects. During his speech, he named his son William the Prince of Wales and also expressed his love for Harry and Meghan. Tomorrow, Charles will be officially proclaimed king at St. James's Palace in an ancient ceremony.